just in a short while. In the next 10 minutes, we'll have that mega Modi interview. Prime Minister Narendra Modi standing by for the big interview. India Today gets you the preview of this mega interview. Some of the highlights I'm getting to you from that interview. We saw Game of Two Boys earlier too. They had such arrogance that they used the words Gujarat ke do ghade. Uttar Pradesh taught them a lesson. Another time there were two boys and a buaji with them. Still it did not work out for them. Says Prime Minister on political dynamics in Uttar Pradesh. Wherever Bharatiya Janata Party has been given the opportunity to work with stability, Prime Minister says, there you will find an atmosphere of pro-incumbency and not anti-incumbency. BJP also emerges into elections with pro-incumbency. These are some of the highlights of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's interview. In just about a short while, at sharply 8 p.m, we'll be bringing you that special interview that's coming in. Remember, hours to go for the assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh, and these are big headline quotes coming in from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I continue to add what he has said. BJP is always involved in serving people. When in power, we work with the mantra of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. I can see a wave for the BJP in all states.
तो आप जब परिवार के बारे में बात करते हैं, स्पेशली पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के जो पॉलिटिकल फैमिलीज हैं, तो कांग्रेस कह रही है जान के आपने जवाहरलाल नेहरू के स्पीचेस के बारे में, दोनों सदनों में जो आपने स्पीच दिए, राज्यसभा में, लोकसभा में, वहां पर आपने नेहरू जी के स्पीचेस पर बहुत तवज्जो दी और यही दिखाने के लिए कि नेहरू जी ने भी ऐसे काम किए हैं जिसके लिए आप उन्हें क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे थे. तो राहुल गांधी ने देर रात को मीडिया से बात करते हुए कहा कि आई डोंट नीड अ सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम मोदी जी अबाउट माय ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर. तो अब ये फिर अब पूरा परिवार के ऊपर बन गया है कंट्रोवर्सी. हालांकि आपने जो एग्जांपल्स दिए थे वो परिवार के ऊपर नहीं था.
पहली बात है, मैंने किसी के पिताजी के कुछ नहीं कहा है, मैंने किसी के दादाजी के लिए कुछ नहीं कहा है, नहीं मैंने किसी नाना जी के लिए कहा है, नहीं मैंने किसी की माताजी के लिए कुछ कहा है. मैंने देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने क्या कहा वो कहा है. और सरकार एक कंटिन्यूटी होती है, और इसलिए एक प्रधानमंत्री के ये विचार थे तब क्या स्थिति थी, आज के प्रधानमंत्री के ये विचार है क्या स्थिति है, और देश का ये हक बनता है. अब दूसरा, बार बार हमें कहा जाता है आप नेहरू जी का नाम लेते नहीं, आप नेहरू जी का नाम, अब हम लेते हैं तो भी मुश्किल हो रहा है. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि इतना डर किस बात का है.
10 minutes from now, it's that mega interview that's going to come. This specifically taking on Uttar Pradesh ke Ladke 2.0. Just hours to go, remember, for Uttar Pradesh elections. And Prime Minister Modi saying, I've seen the game of these two boys earlier as well. In this big interview, in just about 10 to 15 minutes from now, I quote what Prime Minister has said. We have some of those main quotes that have come out from this interview to ANI. We saw the game of these boys earlier. They had such arrogance that they used the words Gujarat ke do ghade. Uttar Pradesh taught them a lesson. Another time there were two boys and one buaji with them. Still it did not work out. Of course, a reference to Uttar Pradesh's Samajwadi Party Neta, as it appears, and Bua in a reference to Mayawati. But not just that. Prime Minister Modi saying wherever BJP has been given the opportunity to work with stability, there you will find an atmosphere of pro-incumbency and not anti-incumbency. Reiterating the slogan of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Prime Minister says, I can see a wave for BJP in all states. We will win with an overwhelming majority, and people in 5 states will give us an opportunity to serve them. All right, these are some of the quotes from Prime Minister Modi, and at sharp about 8 p.m, we will be getting you the big updates from that interview. Now, hitting out at the Samajwadi Party, the RLD, also Mayawati's BSP, the Prime Minister saying we have the confidence of an overwhelming majority. Remember the past few days, Prime Minister Modi's address in the Parliament as well, both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, have hit out at the Congress Party and at the opposition, saying we've been trying to work for all these years and all they have is negative criticism to offer us. So we'll shortly listen in to one of the snippets, one of the excerpts coming in from that big interview that will play out in full at about 8 p.m.
तो आप जब परिवार के बारे में बात करते हैं, स्पेशली पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के जो पॉलिटिकल फैमिलीज हैं, तो कांग्रेस कह रही है जान के आपने जवाहरलाल नेहरू के स्पीचेस के बारे में, दोनों सदनों में जो आपने स्पीच दिए, राज्यसभा में, लोकसभा में, वहां पर आपने नेहरू जी के स्पीचेस पर बहुत तवज्जो दी और यही दिखाने के लिए कि नेहरू जी ने भी ऐसे काम किए हैं जिसके लिए आप उन्हें क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे थे। तो राहुल गांधी ने देर रात को मीडिया से बात करते हुए कहा कि आई डोंट नीड अ सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम मोदी जी अबाउट माय ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर। तो अब ये फिर अब पूरा परिवार के ऊपर बन गया है कंट्रोवर्सी। हालांकि आपने जो एग्जांपल्स दिए थे वो परिवार के ऊपर नहीं था।
पहली बात है, मैंने किसी के पिताजी के कुछ नहीं कहा है, मैंने किसी के दादाजी के लिए कुछ नहीं कहा है, नहीं मैंने किसी नाना जी के लिए कहा है, नहीं मैंने किसी की माताजी के लिए कुछ कहा है। मैंने देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने क्या कहा वो कहा है और सरकार एक कंटिन्यूटी होती है और इसलिए एक प्रधानमंत्री के ये विचार थे तब क्या स्थिति थी, आज के प्रधानमंत्री के ये विचार है क्या स्थिति है और देश का ये हक बनता है। अब दूसरा, बार बार हमें कहा जाता है अब नेहरू जी का नाम लेते नहीं, अब नेहरू जी का नाम अब हम लेते हैं तो भी मुश्किल हो रहा है। मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि इतना डर किस बात का।
The Prime Minister stating, I did not attack or question anyone specifically. What I'm talking about is what has happened in the past few years. Right, so this is just one excerpt from this interview, but a direct attack at the Samajwadi Party and RLD netas, and that ahead of Uttar Pradesh elections that are due with phase 1 polling in just few hours from now. Early in the morning, voters will start to queue and will vote for the party they deem fit. But what the Prime Minister is saying right now is that BJP is always involved in serving people. When in power, we work with Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas mantra. I can see a way for BJP in all states. We'll win with an overwhelming majority in all 5 states, and that will get an opportunity to serve the people. Remember, for Uttar Pradesh specifically, one of the biggest states, 403 seats, BJP will want to return to power. But the challenger number 1 remains Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party in alliance with the RLD, who the Prime Minister appears to have hit out in this excerpt, in this interview. And importantly, of course, facing the Congress party as well in the state of UP. Apart from that, 4 other election states will start to go for voting in the next few days. Right, it's very interesting because remember, this specific excerpt that we are telecasting right now to you is specifically about the 2 netas, about the opposition. It's been a polarized, heated campaign since the past few weeks. At least for phase 1, that has come to an end. But for other phases, it is only going to escalate further. And there were all sorts of jibes that have been thrown through this campaigning from the parties, from Abbajan to Dangawadi to all sorts of allegations coming in, from Garmi to compressor. But what Prime Minister is saying is that we are confident of the work that we have done in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and not just UP, says Prime Minister, but all 5 states. They are confident of getting victorious after the election. So this is, remember, you're standby for the big Modi interview in just about 10 to 15 minutes from now, sharp at 8 p.m. In just exactly 10 minutes, we'll be bringing you that big interview from Prime Minister Narendra Modi to ANI. Remember, it will be very interesting, not just the Bharatiya Janata Party, but it will be the opposition netas who will also be watching this big interview that will play on India Today. And we will get you the first reaction of all the netas once that interview concludes. For now, a confident Prime Minister ahead of the phase 1 polling in UP. Let's listen in once again what Prime Minister had said on UP ke Ladke and also specifically about Rahul Gandhi. But I'll play that excerpt for you. I'm heading into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. This is a trailer, a teaser to what is going to come at 8 p.m. What does Prime Minister have to say on the eve of Uttar Pradesh polling?